who could be the next to commit to the Auburn Tigers? Look, they're in it for a lot of guys, both in the 2025 class and the 2026 class, which makes this question even trickier. A guy that that I've kind of heard a few whispers of, both from folks within the program and folks from outside of the program. We've mentioned his name a little bit, but Hezekiah Harris, it seems like he's been visiting Auburn for years. He's a 2026 edge player out of Huntsville. And he's a good player. You talked to him at 8A, didn't you? Am I making that up? Yeah. So, I mean, anytime there's a chance for him to go to Auburn, it seems like he's been here. Auburn is the clear favorite for him at this point in his recruitment. And it seems like Auburn is ready and willing to stock up on edge linebackers and edge rushers.
6'5", 225, 230, somewhere around there right now. Mm-hmm. Really long kid. I mean, he looks like a Southeastern Conference defensive lineman. Really nice kid. He made it clear to me when I had a conversation with him that Auburn was all in on recruiting him, and he was very comfortable there. So his coach felt very good with Auburn too. So I like Auburn's chances. I don't know what his timeline is, but I knew that day, I'm like, okay, he's probably going to end up here. It's just a matter of when, not if.
Sure.
But he has 2 years of high school left, and he's an elite kid. Mm-hmm. 247 has him as the number 22 player in the country. I don't know how you rank kids as sophomores going into their junior year, but that's where they got him. And it's just like, that puts things in perspective. He has NFL potential.
The industry rankings, when you average them all together, have him as the number 2 player in the state. And I guess behind Tank, which he's an Auburn lean right now, is also an edge rusher. Boy, getting both of those guys in the same class. That's really fun to think about in the future. And then the composite has Hezekiah as the number 3 edge in the entire class. Once again, behind Tank as one of those guys. So what a great situation to be in if Auburn can get both of those guys.
Well, right now they probably lead for both. The switch over from Alabama's got them behind a little bit, and things can certainly change. But right now Auburn is doing a little bit better with both the 25 and 26 class within the greater state of Alabama. And that rarely happens. I mean, Nick's staff did a great job of not leaving a rock unturned.
Right.
Current staff is not in that same boat.
It feels different, and they're still getting talented dudes, but they're not coming from within the state, and they've always just dominated the state. And there's a narrative of, well, they don't want to recruit the state. They want to recruit nationally. It's like, that's fine, but that's not the way they've won championships. And so I'm curious to see how that lasts long-term, because there are other, as we've talked about this, I don't know if it was last time we came on or last week, but other schools in the SEC or Clemson that have been competitive for national championships, they've been able to recruit Alabama. But when Alabama dominated, they blocked everybody else out and got all these in-state kids. And so now all of a sudden they're okay with other top programs coming in and getting this talent. That's just a weird argument to me, but we'll see how it works. It's a bold strategy. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, my buddy is an Alabama fan, and he was talking to me about it. He's like, I'm not sold on how this is going to work, because if they don't win really quickly, and I cut him off and I said, yeah, this state of Alabama, these high school coaches have pride. You don't take their kids early, that's not going to end well for you. There are certain programs you have to recruit more than others. It's just the game that is politics.
That's interesting.
I mean.
So that's like the politics of it.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
okay, interesting.
In Florida, it's probably even worse in some ways, but that's for me living down there. But I've been a part of those conversations that I'd like to leave quickly. Like, you walk away, oof, I don't want any part of this.
Interesting.
And